A Better You: How to Upgrade Your Mind, Body and Soul, written and published by Echoes of Wisdom. Introduction. There comes a moment in life when you realize enough is enough. Enough of feeling stuck. Enough of living below your potential. Enough of watching time slip away while you remain the same. You know you're capable of more, but something keeps holding you back. Old habits, negative thoughts, self-doubt, or maybe just the fear of change. You are not stuck. You are not broken. But if you keep living the same way, thinking the same thoughts, and making the same choices, you will stay exactly where you are. Change doesn't happen by chance. It happens by choice. And the first step to transformation is deciding that you refuse to stay the same. What if I told you that a better you isn't hidden in some distant future, but is already within you, waiting to be unlocked? Imagine having a mind that works for you, not against you, a mind free from self-sabotage and doubt. Picture a body that radiates strength and energy, no longer weighed down by fatigue or unhealthy habits. And most importantly, envision a soul that is deeply at peace, no longer chasing validation or feeling disconnected from life. No more self-doubt, no more feeling lost, no more waiting for the right time. The transformation begins now. In this video, I'll give you 7 powerful upgrades to reshape your mind, body and soul, so you can break free from limitations and step into the life you were meant to live. This isn't just another self-improvement video. This is your blueprint for total transformation. Chapter 1. The Mental Reset. Erase, rebuild, and reprogram your mind. Your mind is the architect of your reality. Every experience you go through, every success you achieve, and every challenge you face is processed through the lens of your thoughts, beliefs, and subconscious patterns. But here's the hard truth. Most people are unknowingly trapped in a mental framework built from outdated programming, fears inherited from childhood, self-doubt reinforced by past failures, and negative conditioning absorbed from society. These mental barriers are like invisible chains, quietly dictating what you believe is possible and keeping you stuck in cycles of mediocrity. Think about it. How often do you hear that inner voice whispering, "I'm not good enough. I always fail. Success isn't for people like me." These thoughts don't just appear out of nowhere. They are deeply ingrained scripts programmed into your subconscious mind over the years. If left unchallenged, they dictate your actions, shape your decisions, and ultimately limit your growth. But here's the good news. Just as a computer can be reset, wiped clean of corrupted files, and reprogrammed with better software, your mind can be restructured too. You don't have to be a prisoner of old beliefs. You don't have to carry the weight of self-doubt or fear forever. You have the power to erase mental patterns that no longer serve you and rebuild your mind into a force of clarity, confidence, and unstoppable drive. Imagine waking up every morning with a mind free of unnecessary worries, filled with empowering thoughts, and laser-focused on your goals. Picture yourself no longer hesitating, no longer doubting, but instead moving through life with certainty, knowing that nothing can hold you back. This is the power of a mental reset. So how do you reprogram your mind? It begins with deep self-awareness. Start paying attention to your thoughts. Whenever a limiting belief surfaces, don't just accept it, question it. Where did it come from? Is it actually true? More often than not, these negative thoughts have no real foundation. They're just old echoes from the past. The moment you start challenging them, they begin to lose their power. Cleanse your mental space. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools to silence the noise in your mind. It helps you separate yourself from constant negative chatter and create a space where clarity and confidence can grow. Just 10 minutes of daily mindfulness can rewire your brain to respond to challenges with calmness rather than anxiety. Fuel your mind with positive inputs. Read books that inspire growth and challenge your thinking. Listen to podcasts or speakers who uplift you. Surround yourself with people who encourage and push you to be better. The content you consume and the company you keep are like nutrients for your mind. Choose them wisely. Affirm and visualize your new reality. Your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. Start affirming your new identity. I am confident. I am capable. I am in control of my thoughts and actions. Visualize yourself already achieving your goals. The clearer your vision, the faster your subconscious mind aligns with it. The process of mental reprogramming takes time, but every day that you challenge an old belief, replace a negative thought, or reinforce a positive habit, you are upgrading your mental software. The more you refine your mind, the more powerful your life becomes. Your past conditioning does not define your future potential. The reset button is in your hands. Will you press it? Chapter 2. The Emotional Alchemy, Transforming Pain into Power. Emotions are powerful forces that shape your thoughts, decisions, and actions. They have the ability to either propel you forward or hold you back in life. Yet, most people allow their emotions to control them instead of mastering the art of directing their emotional energy. This lack of control creates a cycle of frustration, stress, and regret, preventing you from reaching your true potential. Think about the times when anger has led to impulsive decisions, when fear has stopped you from taking action, or when sadness has drained your motivation. These emotions are not the enemy. The real problem is how they are managed. The truth is, emotions are just energy in motion. If you learn to redirect that energy, you can transform every negative emotion into a source of power, strength, and growth. This is called emotional alchemy, the ability to take painful experiences and turn them into fuel for success. Just like ancient alchemists turned lead into gold, you can turn your struggles into stepping stones toward a better you. The first step in mastering emotional alchemy is awareness. Most people suppress their emotions, pretending they don't exist, only for those emotions to manifest in destructive ways later on. Instead of ignoring your feelings, acknowledge them. When you feel anger, don't react immediately. Pause, breathe, and analyze it. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What can this emotion teach me? How can I use this energy constructively? For example, if you feel rejection, use it as a catalyst to improve yourself. If you experience failure, see it as a lesson rather than a setback. If you're overwhelmed with fear, recognize that fear is often an indicator that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, a necessary step for growth. The second step is emotional redirection. Once you understand your emotions, use them as fuel. Instead of letting frustration drain your energy, channel it into focused work. Instead of allowing sadness to paralyze you, turn it into self-reflection and creativity. Instead of succumbing to fear, let it challenge you to take bold action. The key is learning to take control of the narrative. Don't let your emotions dictate your life. You dictate how your emotions serve you. The final step is emotional resilience. Life will always throw challenges your way, but how you handle them determines your strength. Start training yourself to remain calm under pressure. When faced with difficulties, remind yourself, this is not happening to me, this is happening for me. Every obstacle is an opportunity to build emotional toughness. One of the most powerful ways to develop emotional resilience is through mindfulness and breathwork. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, take a step back, close your eyes, and take deep breaths. Slow, controlled breathing resets your nervous system, preventing impulsive reactions and allowing you to think clearly. Another technique is emotional journaling. Instead of letting emotions spiral in your mind, put them on paper. Write about your fears, frustrations, and doubts. This simple act helps you process emotions more objectively, making them easier to understand and control. When you master emotional alchemy, you gain one of life's greatest advantages, the ability to stay unshaken, no matter what happens. You no longer react impulsively, but instead respond with wisdom. You no longer see pain as suffering, but as transformation. And most importantly, you gain the power to turn every hardship into strength, every setback into a setup for success. Remember, emotions are neither good nor bad. They are tools. The question is, are you using them to build yourself up or allowing them to tear you down? The choice is yours. Chapter 3. The Biological Upgrade, Reconstructing Your Body for Peak Performance. Your body is not just a vessel, it is the foundation of your mind and soul. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every goal you pursue is influenced by the state of your physical health. Yet, too many people neglect their bodies, treating them as an afterthought rather than a priority. They drain their energy with poor nutrition, weaken their systems with lack of movement, and rob themselves of clarity with restless sleep. The truth is simple. If your body is not optimized, your mind and soul cannot operate at their full potential. Think about the last time you felt exhausted, sluggish, or foggy-minded. Was it because you lacked motivation, or was it because your body wasn't giving you the fuel and support you needed? Your physical state dictates how you think, feel, and perform every single day. If you want to operate at your highest level, you need a biological upgrade, a transformation in how you treat and optimize your body for energy, strength, and longevity. The first step in reconstructing your body is movement. Your body was designed to move, yet modern life has trapped many people in a cycle of inactivity. Sitting for long hours, avoiding physical effort, and relying on convenience has created a world where movement is the exception, not the norm. But here's the reality. The more you move, the stronger you become, not just physically, but mentally as well. Regular exercise boosts cognitive function, increases emotional stability, and enhances productivity. Whether it's strength training, yoga, walking, or high-intensity workouts, movement must become a daily ritual, not just to look better, but to be better. The next pillar of a biological upgrade is nutrition. Your body is a machine, and food is its fuel. Most people sabotage their potential by consuming processed, sugary, and artificial foods that drain their energy and cloud their thinking. If you want sustained energy, mental clarity, and long-term health, you need to fuel your body with purpose. Prioritize whole foods, lean proteins, healthy fats, and nutrient-dense vegetables. Hydrate consistently. Cut out excess sugar and empty calories. What you eat today determines how you perform tomorrow. Equally important is recovery and sleep. In a world obsessed with hustle culture, rest is often seen as weakness. But the truth is, real growth happens in recovery. Your body repairs itself, your mind processes information, and your energy resets when you sleep. If you're running on 4 or 5 hours of restless sleep, your brain is operating at a fraction of its true power. Prioritize deep quality sleep, 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted rest. Create a nighttime routine, avoid screens before bed, and optimize your sleep environment. When your sleep improves, every other part of your life improves with it. Beyond exercise, nutrition, and sleep, there's one more key to upgrading your body: stress management. Chronic stress weakens your immune system, disrupts your hormones, and accelerates aging. If you don't take control of stress, it will take control of you. Find ways to decompress: meditation, deep breathing, spending time in nature, or simply taking time to pause. The stronger your body's ability to manage stress, the more resilient and unstoppable you become. Your body is the bridge between your mind and soul. When you strengthen it, you create a powerful foundation for success in every area of life. Imagine waking up every morning full of energy, mental clarity, and physical strength. Imagine moving through life with endurance, resilience, and confidence. That is the power of a biological upgrade. Your body is your most valuable asset. Treat it like one. Chapter 4. The Discipline Code, Installing the DNA of Greatness. Every successful transformation, whether it's upgrading your mind, strengthening your body, or finding inner peace, rests on one unshakable foundation: discipline. Without it, even the best strategies, the most powerful ideas, and the greatest ambitions amount to nothing. Most people rely on motivation to take action, but motivation is like a fleeting spark. It comes and goes. Discipline, on the other hand, is the unbreakable force that keeps you moving forward even when you don't feel like it. It is the invisible code embedded in the DNA of every high achiever, every peak performer, and every person who refuses to settle for mediocrity. The hard truth? Discipline is not a gift, it is a skill. It is built, refined, and strengthened through daily practice. It is not about waiting for the right mood or the perfect conditions. It is about doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. So how do you install the discipline code into your life? The first step is identity shift. Most people think discipline is about forcing themselves to do things they hate, but true discipline is about becoming the kind of person who naturally does what is necessary. Instead of saying, "I need to be more disciplined," say, "I am disciplined." When you internalize discipline as part of your identity, your actions follow effortlessly. Next, create non-negotiable habits. High performers don't leave their progress to chance. They build rituals and routines that guarantee success. Whether it's waking up at a set time, working out daily, reading for self-improvement, or eliminating distractions, discipline is about creating rules for yourself and sticking to them no matter what. Start small, but be consistent. The goal is to train your brain to obey your commands rather than your emotions. Another key to discipline is mastering delayed gratification. Weakness thrives on instant pleasure. Scrolling endlessly on social media, binge-watching shows, indulging in junk food, and skipping workouts because they feel hard. But the most successful people train themselves to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success. If you can master the ability to delay gratification, you gain control over your impulses. And once you control your impulses, you control your future. But discipline isn't just about work. It's about protecting your focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, fighting for your attention. Social media, endless notifications, and digital noise are designed to hijack your brain and steal your time. If you want to install the discipline code, you must train yourself to eliminate distractions and master deep focus. Create time blocks for important tasks, set boundaries with technology, and learn to say no to anything that does not serve your highest purpose. Discipline is about relentless execution. Most people overthink, hesitate, and wait for the right time. But disciplined individuals act now. They don't negotiate with excuses. They don't debate whether they should show up. They don't allow emotions to dictate their actions. They simply do the work. And the more you take action, the easier it becomes. When you install the discipline code, you free yourself from inconsistency, procrastination, and regret. You become someone who operates at a higher level, not because it's easy, but because it's who you are. The choice is simple. Live at the mercy of your emotions, or master the power of discipline and take control of your life. The code is yours to install. Will you activate it? Chapter 5. The Soul Awakening, Tapping into Limitless Inner Power. There is a hidden force within you, something deeper than logic, stronger than motivation, and more powerful than any external success you can achieve. It is the essence of who you truly are, the unshakable core that exists beyond your thoughts, beyond your emotions, and beyond your physical being. Most people go through life disconnected from this force, caught in the endless noise of the external world. They chase achievements, validation, and material success, only to find themselves feeling empty and unfulfilled. That is because true power, real, lasting power, does not come from what you own, what others think of you, or even what you accomplish. It comes from within. Awakening your soul is not about adding more to your life. It is about stripping away everything that is not you. It is about letting go of the fears, doubts, and expectations that have been placed upon you. It is about returning to your purest, most authentic state, where peace, clarity, and purpose exist naturally. When you awaken your soul, you no longer seek happiness outside of yourself, because you realize that everything you have ever needed has been within you all along. But how do you tap into this limitless inner power? How do you awaken something that has been buried under years of conditioning, stress, and distractions? It begins with silence. In a world that constantly demands your attention, endless notifications, social media, work pressures, and personal responsibilities, your soul gets drowned out. You cannot hear your inner voice if you are always surrounded by noise. That is why solitude is one of the most powerful tools for awakening the soul. Find time to be alone with yourself, even if it is just a few minutes a day. Sit in stillness, away from distractions, and simply listen. You might not hear anything at first, but over time, as your mind quiets, you will begin to reconnect with a deeper part of yourself. Another key to soul awakening is detachment. Most people attach their sense of self to things that are temporary: relationships, career titles, money, or social status. But these things can be taken away, and when they are, those who have built their identity around them feel lost. True inner power comes from detaching your self-worth from external factors. This does not mean you stop caring about success, relationships, or achievements. It means you stop depending on them for your happiness and self-identity. Gratitude is also a gateway to soul awakening. When you begin to appreciate the present moment, rather than always chasing the next thing, you start to see life differently. Instead of focusing on what is missing, you start seeing the abundance that already exists. A simple practice is to wake up each day and, before doing anything else, list 3 things you are grateful for. This shifts your mindset from lack to fulfillment, training you to recognize the beauty in the simplest aspects of life. Another essential part of this journey is self-reflection. Ask yourself the deep questions that most people avoid. Who am I, beyond my thoughts and labels? What truly matters to me? What would I do if I had no fear? When you begin to explore these questions, you will start peeling away the layers of conditioning that have kept you disconnected from your soul. Forgiveness is also a crucial step in awakening your soul. Many people carry emotional burdens from the past, resentments, regrets, and wounds that weigh them down. Holding on to these emotions blocks your inner power. Forgiveness is not about excusing what happened. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional prison of the past. Let go of the pain, not because the other person deserves it, but because you deserve peace. Beyond all of this, one of the greatest realizations you can have is that you are already enough. Society constantly tells you that you need to be more, do more, achieve more in order to be worthy. But the truth is, you were born worthy. The journey of awakening your soul is not about becoming something different. It is about remembering who you have always been beneath the layers of doubt, fear, and societal conditioning. When you awaken your soul, you stop living by default and start living by design. You begin making choices that align with your deepest values rather than following the expectations of others. You stop chasing happiness and start being happiness. You develop an inner peace that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. And most importantly, you begin to move through life with a profound sense of purpose, guided not by fear, but by intuition and wisdom. Your soul has always been awake. It has just been waiting for you to listen. Chapter 6. The Purpose Revolution, Breaking Free from the Ordinary. There comes a moment in life when you realize that simply existing is not enough. Waking up, going through the motions, working a job you do not love, doing things that do not excite you, and living according to the expectations of others, it all starts to feel empty. Deep inside, you know you were meant for more. You feel it in the restless thoughts that keep you awake at night, in the unshakable desire for something greater, in the quiet voice inside you whispering, "This is not all there is." That voice is not lying. You were not born to merely survive. You were born to thrive, to create, to experience life fully. And the key to unlocking that next level, finding and living your purpose. Most people spend their lives drifting, letting circumstances dictate their path, waiting for something external to bring meaning to their existence. But purpose does not come from luck. It is not something you stumble upon. It is something you must actively seek, define, and build your life around. It requires breaking free from the ordinary, escaping the comfort zone that keeps so many people trapped in mediocrity, and choosing to live with intention. The first step in discovering your purpose is understanding that your life is not an accident. Every experience you have gone through, the successes, the failures, the struggles, the moments of joy, has shaped you for a reason. Your unique combination of passions, strengths, and life experiences has equipped you with something valuable to contribute to the world. The question is, are you listening to the signs, or are you ignoring them? One of the biggest misconceptions about purpose is that it has to be some grand, world-changing mission. Many people delay pursuing their calling because they believe it has to be something extraordinary, something that impacts millions. But purpose is not about scale. It is about alignment. It is about finding something that lights you up inside, something that makes you lose track of time, something that gives you energy instead of draining it. Purpose can be as simple as inspiring others, creating art, teaching, building, solving problems, or even being a source of love and support for the people around you. To uncover your purpose, start by asking yourself, what excites me? What are the things I can talk about for hours without getting bored? What am I naturally good at? What are the skills and talents that come effortlessly to me? What struggles have I overcome? How can my past challenges help others who are going through the same? What kind of impact do I want to make in the world? Once you have some clarity, the next step is taking action. Many people get stuck in endless thinking, waiting for the perfect moment to start. But purpose is revealed through action, not overthinking. Start small, test things out. If something excites you, follow that energy. If something drains you, move away from it. Your purpose will begin to take shape the more you engage with life. Another essential part of the purpose revolution is eliminating distractions. In today's world, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Social media, entertainment, and the opinions of others constantly pull you away from yourself. If you want to live with purpose, you must learn to protect your focus. Limit time spent on meaningless distractions. Create space for self-reflection. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth instead of holding you back. Fear is another major obstacle that keeps people from stepping into their purpose. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of uncertainty. But here's the truth. Every person who has ever lived with purpose has felt fear. The difference is, they did not let it stop them. They took action despite the fear. They embraced uncertainty. They understood that failing at something meaningful is better than succeeding at something unfulfilling. Another key to unlocking your purpose is shifting from a self-focused mindset to a service-focused mindset. The most fulfilled people in the world are those who contribute beyond themselves. Purpose is not just about what makes you happy. It is about how you can bring value to others. Whether it is through your work, your creativity, your leadership, or your ability to inspire, when you align your life with service, everything changes. Living with purpose does not mean life becomes easy. There will still be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But the difference is, when you have a strong sense of purpose, you have a reason to keep going. You no longer waste time on things that do not matter. You wake up with energy. You move with intention. You live each day knowing that you are on the right path. So the question is, are you ready to break free from the ordinary? Are you ready to stop drifting and start living with purpose? The revolution begins now. It begins with a choice. The choice to stop waiting. The choice to take action. The choice to step into the life you were meant to live. Chapter 7. The Unbreakable Mindset. Becoming a force nothing can stop. There is one final transformation that separates those who simply improve their lives from those who completely redefine their reality. The development of an unbreakable mindset. No matter how strong your mind, body, and soul become, life will test you. Challenges will arise. Unexpected obstacles will appear. People will doubt you. You will face rejection, failure, and moments where giving up feels like the easier option. But an upgraded version of you does not crumble under pressure. It conquers it. An unbreakable mindset is not about avoiding hardship. It is about facing adversity with absolute certainty that nothing can stop you. It is about developing the mental toughness, resilience, and relentless drive to keep moving forward no matter what stands in your way. While most people shrink in the face of difficulties, those with an unbreakable mindset rise above them. They see setbacks as stepping stones, failures as lessons, and every challenge as an opportunity to grow stronger. The first step in developing this kind of mindset is reframing failure. Too many people view failure as the end of the road, as proof that they are not good enough. But the truth: failure is not the opposite of success. It is the path to success. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has failed more times than most people have even tried. The only difference: they never let failure define them. Instead of seeing failure as a reason to stop, they use it as fuel to keep going, to refine their strategy, and to come back even stronger. Another critical part of an unbreakable mindset is mental toughness, the ability to keep going even when motivation is gone. Motivation is temporary. It fades when things get hard. But mental toughness is built on commitment. It is the ability to push through discomfort, to take action even when you do not feel like it, to keep showing up when others quit. This is what separates those who succeed from those who never reach their full potential. To strengthen your mental toughness, start by conditioning your mind to embrace discomfort. Most people run from pain, avoiding anything that feels difficult or challenging. But an unbreakable mind does the opposite. It leans into the struggle. It welcomes discomfort because discomfort is where growth happens. Whether it is pushing through a tough workout, staying disciplined when temptations arise, or taking risks despite fear, Training yourself to handle difficulty will make you unstoppable. Another key principle of an unbreakable mindset is developing absolute self-belief. The world will try to tell you what you can and cannot do. People will doubt you. Some will discourage you. Others will not understand your vision, but their opinions do not matter. What matters is what you believe about yourself. If you believe you are capable, you will find a way. If you believe you are limited, you will prove yourself right. One powerful way to build self-belief is through self-talk and visualization. Your thoughts create your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, "I can't do this," "I'm not good enough," "This is too hard," your mind will accept those beliefs and make them your reality. But if you train yourself to think, "I can figure this out," "I am capable," "Nothing can stop me," your mind will start working to make those statements true. Combine this with visualization, mentally seeing yourself succeeding, overcoming challenges, and becoming the person you want to be. The mind does not distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. The more you see success in your mind, the more your subconscious aligns with it, and the more natural it becomes to take action toward that vision. Another crucial part of becoming mentally unbreakable is mastering emotional control. Life will not always go your way. You will face setbacks, unexpected challenges, and moments of frustration. But true strength lies in controlling your emotions rather than letting them control you. Instead of reacting impulsively, train yourself to pause, process, and respond with intention. Develop the ability to remain calm under pressure, to think clearly even in chaos, and to navigate life's storms with resilience. And finally, the ultimate key to an unbreakable mindset: refusing to quit. No matter how many times you fall, get back up. No matter how long it takes, keep going. No matter what obstacles come your way, find a way through them. The only way you lose is if you quit. But if you refuse to quit, success becomes inevitable. Imagine waking up each day knowing that nothing, no failure, no challenge, no external circumstance can break you. Imagine facing obstacles with total confidence, knowing that you will overcome them. Imagine living life as a force of nature, unstoppable in your pursuit of greatness. That is the power of an unbreakable mindset. And now, it is time to claim it. Chapter 8. The Infinite Expansion, Evolving Beyond Limits. There is one final truth that separates those who live an average life from those who continue growing, evolving, and achieving greatness. There is no final destination in personal growth. Many people believe that once they reach a certain level, whether it is financial success, personal happiness, physical fitness, or spiritual enlightenment, they can stop. They assume that the work is done, that they have arrived. But the greatest individuals in history understood one thing: growth is a never-ending journey. You are either expanding or contracting. There is no standing still. The moment you stop learning, improving, and challenging yourself is the moment you begin to decline. That is why the final transformation in becoming a better you is understanding the principle of infinite expansion. The ability to keep evolving beyond limits, beyond comfort, and beyond what you once believed was possible. Most people settle because they fear the unknown. Growth requires stepping into uncharted territory. It demands that you let go of familiar patterns, comfortable routines, and outdated versions of yourself. This is why so many people remain stuck, because evolution requires discomfort. It forces you to shed old identities, to outgrow environments that no longer serve you, and to embrace uncertainty. But once you make peace with this truth, expansion becomes your new way of life. To evolve beyond limits, the first step is adopting a mindset of continuous learning. Many people stop learning after school assuming that education ends with a degree or a job. But real education, the kind that leads to breakthroughs, happens after you leave the classroom. It happens in books, in experiences, in failures, and in deep self-reflection. Commit to lifelong learning. Read books that challenge your thinking. Seek mentors who push you forward. Explore new skills, even if they seem unrelated to your current path. The more knowledge you acquire, the more doors open to you. The second step is expanding your environment. Your surroundings influence you more than you realize. If you are surrounded by people who complain, who accept mediocrity, who never push themselves, you will unconsciously adopt the same habits. If you want to evolve, you must elevate your environment. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. Join communities that challenge you to grow. Change your daily routine to include new experiences, new ideas, and new challenges. If your current environment is keeping you small, create a new one. Another key to infinite expansion is developing a high tolerance for uncertainty. Most people crave security. They want to know exactly what will happen before they take action. But true growth requires embracing the unknown. You will not always have the answers. You will not always feel ready. But waiting for certainty is the fastest way to stay stuck. Train yourself to take action, even when the outcome is unclear. Develop the ability to trust yourself, to navigate uncertainty with confidence, and to move forward despite fear. Self-renewal is also essential to expansion. The person you were last year, last month, or even last week is not the person you are meant to be. Regularly assess your life. Ask yourself, what beliefs no longer serve me? What habits are holding me back? What version of myself do I need to let go of? Be willing to reinvent yourself as many times as necessary. Growth is not about holding on to who you were. It is about becoming who you are meant to be. A powerful practice to ensure infinite expansion is setting higher and higher standards for yourself. Many people set goals once and never adjust them. But if you are truly growing, your goals should constantly evolve. What seemed impossible to you last year should feel like your baseline today. Never become complacent with your progress. Always ask, what's next? How can I push myself further? How can I level up in every area of my life? Another critical component of infinite expansion is contribution. At some point, growth stops being just about you and starts being about how you impact the world around you. The most evolved individuals are not just those who reach personal success, but those who use their growth to uplift others. Find ways to give back. Share your knowledge. Mentor others. Contribute your skills to a cause greater than yourself. The more you give, the more you expand. The ultimate truth of infinite expansion is this: you are capable of far more than you think. Right now, there are levels of success, strength, wisdom, and fulfillment that you cannot even imagine. But they exist, and the only way to reach them is to keep moving forward. Never stop pushing your limits. Never stop challenging yourself. Never settle for anything less than the absolute best version of you. You are not here to remain the same. You are here to evolve, to expand, and to break every limit that has ever been placed on you. This is your journey, and it does not end. It only expands. Chapter 9. The Mastery of Self. Owning your power and becoming the architect of your life. At the core of every transformation, whether mental, physical, or spiritual, is one fundamental truth. Mastery begins with self-mastery. No matter how much you learn, no matter how many strategies you apply, if you do not take full ownership of yourself, your thoughts, your actions, your habits, you will always be at the mercy of external forces. Most people go through life as passive participants, reacting to circumstances instead of creating them. But true power lies in mastering yourself first, so that nothing, no failure, no challenge, no opinion, no external event can control you. Self-mastery is the highest form of freedom. It means that no matter what happens around you, you remain in control. It is the ability to discipline your mind, regulate your emotions, command your focus, and take action with precision. It is becoming the architect of your life rather than a spectator watching things happen to you. It is breaking free from the limitations imposed by society, past experiences, and even your own fears so that you can fully step into your highest potential. But how do you master yourself? How do you take full ownership of your life and ensure that nothing holds you back? The first step is absolute responsibility. Most people live in blame mode, blaming circumstances, blaming others, blaming bad luck. But the moment you shift from blame to responsibility, your entire life changes. Taking responsibility does not mean everything is your fault. It means everything is your opportunity. Every setback, every failure, every hardship, these are not reasons to stop. They are opportunities to grow. Instead of saying, "Why did this happen to me?" start asking, "What can I learn from this? How can I use this to become stronger?" The most powerful people in the world are not the ones who have had perfect lives. They are the ones who took control of whatever life gave them and made something extraordinary out of it. The next step in self-mastery is commanding your thoughts. The mind is like an untamed beast. If you do not control it, it will control you. Most people are ruled by their thoughts, constantly reacting to fears, worries, and distractions. But if you learn to train your mind, you can redirect your thoughts toward focus, clarity, and unshakable confidence. One powerful way to do this is through mindfulness and mental rewiring. Every time a negative thought enters your mind, "I can't do this," "I'm not good enough," "I'll probably fail," stop and challenge it. Ask yourself, is this really true, or is this just an old belief I've been carrying? Replace negative self-talk with affirmations of strength. I am capable. I am disciplined. I create my reality. The more you practice mental discipline, the more automatic it becomes. Another key element of self-mastery is emotional regulation. Most people are slaves to their emotions, reacting impulsively to anger, fear, frustration, or stress. But a master of self does not let emotions dictate their actions. They observe their emotions, understand them, and choose their response wisely. When something triggers you, instead of reacting instantly, pause, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Is this helping me grow? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my higher self? Learning to control your emotional state is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. It allows you to stay calm in chaos, focused under pressure, and unshaken by negativity. Self-mastery also requires disciplining your habits and actions. Every result in your life, whether good or bad, is a reflection of the habits you have built over time. If you want to change your future, you must change your habits. This means becoming extremely intentional about how you spend your time. Ask yourself, are my daily actions bringing me closer to my goals, or are they keeping me stuck? If something is not serving you, whether it's procrastination, unhealthy habits, or negative environments, eliminate it. Replace it with routines that build strength, focus, and discipline. Another key to self-mastery is mastering your focus. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to control where you direct your attention is one of the greatest superpowers you can develop. Most people's minds are scattered. They jump from one thought to another, one app to another, one task to another, never fully engaging in anything. But the highest achievers operate differently. They lock in on their goals with laser-like focus, eliminating distractions and channeling all their energy into meaningful action. A powerful way to build focus is through time blocking and deep work. Set specific times for important tasks and commit to them with full intensity. Turn off notifications, remove distractions, and create an environment that forces you into deep concentration. The more you train your brain to focus, the more productive and powerful you become. The final and most important step in self-mastery is developing unshakable self-trust. If you do not trust yourself, you will constantly second-guess your decisions, hesitate on taking action, and remain stuck in fear. Self-trust is built by keeping the promises you make to yourself. Every time you say you will do something, whether it's waking up early, working out, or following through on a commitment, do it. When you repeatedly follow through on your own word, you reinforce a powerful belief. I can rely on myself. I am in control of my life. When you master yourself, everything changes. No longer do external circumstances control you. You control how you respond to them. No longer do distractions and temptations pull you away from your purpose. You command your focus. No longer do fear and doubt hold you back. You move forward with absolute confidence. Mastery is not about perfection. It is about ownership. It is about taking full responsibility for who you are, how you think, and what you do. It is about refusing to let circumstances dictate your life and instead becoming the architect of your own reality. The final truth is this: no one is coming to save you. No one will do the work for you. No one will hand you success, happiness, or fulfillment. It is your responsibility. It is your power. And now, it is time to claim it. Chapter 10. The Legacy Blueprint. Creating a Life That Outlives You. There comes a point in every journey of self-mastery, growth, and transformation when the focus shifts from what you achieve to what you leave behind. Personal success is powerful, but true greatness is measured by impact. The mark you leave on the world, the way you inspire others, and the legacy that continues long after you are gone. Most people live only for themselves. They chase personal goals, material success, and fleeting pleasures. But those who truly reach their highest potential understand that life is bigger than them. They realize that the ultimate fulfillment does not come from what they take, but from what they give, build, and create. The final step in becoming a better you is shifting your mindset from personal success to lasting significance. A legacy is not just something left behind after death. It is the way you live every single day. It is the way you treat people, the lessons you share, the example you set, and the contribution you make to the world. Whether you realize it or not, you are already creating a legacy. The question is it a legacy of greatness or a legacy of regret? The first step to building a powerful legacy is defining your mission. Ask yourself, what do I want to be remembered for? How do I want to impact the lives of others? What will I leave behind that will continue to inspire, educate, or uplift people? Your mission does not have to be world-changing. It simply has to be meaningful. Some people build their legacy through art, knowledge, or businesses. Others create impact through leadership, kindness, or personal influence. What matters is that your life serves a greater purpose than just your own comfort and survival. Once you have clarity on your mission, the next step is living with integrity. Your words, actions, and decisions must align with your core values. Every day you are making choices that shape the story of your life. Ask yourself, am I living in a way that reflects the kind of legacy I want to leave? If not, change course now, because the life you are creating today is the legacy you will leave behind tomorrow. Another crucial part of building a legacy is mentorship and contribution. The greatest leaders in history did not just achieve personal success, They pass down their knowledge, wisdom, and experience to others. Whether you realize it or not, there are people looking up to you right now. Family, friends, colleagues, followers. Someone, somewhere, is influenced by your actions. Use that influence wisely. Teach, inspire, and uplift. Share your knowledge freely. Help others rise. The more you give, the greater your impact. Creating something that lasts is another way to leave a powerful legacy. This could be a business, a book, a movement, a foundation, or even a philosophy that continues to inspire people long after you are gone. The key is to create something that extends beyond you, something that others can carry forward. But perhaps the most important aspect of a lasting legacy is how you treat people. Titles fade, money comes and goes, and achievements eventually become stories of the past. But the way you made people feel, the kindness you showed, the wisdom you shared, the lives you touched, that is what lasts forever. Never underestimate the power of small actions. A single act of kindness can inspire someone for a lifetime. A single word of encouragement can change someone's path. Legacy is not about ego, it is about impact. It is about living in such a way that when people think of you, they remember someone who stood for something bigger than themselves, someone who gave, who inspired, who lived fully, and who left the world better than they found it. The final truth about legacy is this: you do not have to wait until the end of your life to start building it. Your legacy begins now, in every decision you make, in every interaction you have, in every lesson you pass down. The time to create a life that outlives you is not someday, it is today. So ask yourself, how will I be remembered? What will I leave behind? What impact will my life have on the world? Because in the end, success fades, but legacy lives forever. Chapter 10. The Legacy Blueprint, Creating a Life That Outlives You. There comes a point in every journey of transformation when you realize that life is not just about what you accomplish, it is about what you leave behind. The greatest measure of a person is not their wealth, their titles, or their personal success, but the impact they have on the world. Most people live for themselves, chasing temporary goals, material success, and personal comfort. But those who truly rise to their highest potential live for something greater. They understand that their time on this earth is limited, and that their actions today shape the legacy they leave behind. A legacy is not something that happens after you die. It is the story you are writing right now. It is in the way you treat others, the values you uphold, the example you set, and the wisdom you share. Whether you realize it or not, you are already creating a legacy. The question is it a legacy of greatness or a legacy of regret? Defining your legacy, what will you be remembered for? The first step to creating a lasting legacy is understanding what truly matters to you. Legacy is not about fame or recognition, it is about meaning. Ask yourself, what do I want to be remembered for? What lessons do I want to pass down? How will my existence make the world better, even in a small way? Your legacy could be through knowledge, creativity, leadership, kindness, or innovation. It does not have to be something grand. It simply has to be meaningful. Some of the most powerful legacies come from simple, yet profound contributions. A mentor who inspired greatness in others. A parent who raised their children with wisdom and love. A teacher who shaped young minds. A creator whose work continues to impact lives. The key is to live intentionally, to make sure that your daily actions align with the kind of legacy you want to leave behind. Living a life that reflects your legacy. Once you define your legacy, you must ask yourself, am I living in a way that aligns with the person I want to be remembered as? Legacy is not built in a single moment. It is built in small daily choices. Every decision you make, every habit you create, every way you treat others contributes to the story you leave behind. The life you are living today is shaping how you will be remembered. If you want to be remembered as someone who made a difference, then start making a difference now. If you want to leave behind wisdom, start sharing it. If you want to be known as a strong, resilient, compassionate person, then act that way every day. Legacy is not created in hindsight. It is created in real time. Contribution, the greatest path to a lasting legacy. The most powerful legacies come from those who give more than they take. Contribution is the secret to creating something that outlives you. Think of the greatest figures in history. Their legacy is not measured by what they owned, but by how they impacted others. The writers whose words still inspire, the leaders who changed lives, the inventors who reshaped the world, the quiet, everyday heroes who uplifted their communities. You do not have to change the world to leave a legacy, but you must change something. Whether it is one life, one person, one idea, your contribution matters. Find ways to give back, teach, mentor, create, or inspire. Share your experiences, uplift those around you, and pass down the knowledge that has shaped your own journey. The more you give, the more your legacy grows, building something that lasts beyond you. One of the most powerful ways to leave a lasting legacy is to create something that continues to exist even after you are gone. This could be a book that carries your ideas forward, a business that impacts communities, a family tradition that lasts for generations, a movement that inspires change, a mindset that spreads through those you mentor. It is not about the scale, it is about intentional creation. The key is to build something that lives beyond you, something that continues to serve, teach, and uplift. Living with integrity, the character that shapes legacy. Legacy is not just about what you create, it is about who you are. The way you treat people, the way you handle challenges, and the way you live your truth all shape how you are remembered. The people who leave the greatest legacies are those who live with integrity, kindness, and courage. Their words and actions align. They uplift others. They stay true to their values. Ask yourself, if I were to leave this world tomorrow, what would people remember most about me? Would they remember kindness, strength, and wisdom, or regret, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled potential? Every interaction you have, every relationship you build, every value you uphold is part of your legacy. Overcoming the fear of being forgotten. Many people fear that their life will not matter in the long run, that their existence will be forgotten. But legacy is not about fame. It is about impact. It is about how you make people feel, how you influence those around you, how you show up in the world. You do not have to be famous to be unforgettable. You simply have to live in a way that makes a difference. Legacy is not something you wait to build. It starts now. One of the greatest mistakes people make is thinking that legacy is something they will create later, after they have achieved success, after they have more time, after they have figured everything out. But the truth is, you are already building your legacy with every choice you make. The time to create something meaningful is not in the future, it is right now. If you want to be remembered as a strong person, start being strong today. If you want to be known for wisdom, start sharing your knowledge now. If you want to leave behind a positive impact, start making a difference this moment. Everything you do is shaping the story that will be told about you. The final truth, your legacy is a choice. At the end of your life, you will not be remembered for what you owned. You will not be remembered for how many followers you had, how much money you made, or how impressive your resume was. You will be remembered for how you treated people, how you lived your values, how you overcame adversity, how you shared your wisdom, how you made the world a little better than it was before. So the final question is this: what story are you writing with your life? What will your legacy be? Because in the end, success fades, but legacy lives forever. Chapter 11. The Eternal Growth. Becoming a Student of Life Forever. If there is one final truth about upgrading your mind, body and soul, it is this: growth never ends. There is no final version of you, no peak, no ultimate destination where you have mastered everything, where you can finally stop learning, stop evolving, and stop improving. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start declining. The greatest minds, the strongest bodies, and the most enlightened souls all understand one thing: you must become a lifelong student of life. You must embrace the idea that every single day is an opportunity to get better, to refine your thinking, to push your limits, and to expand your understanding of the world. Most people believe that growth is something that happens in phases. They think they will reach a point where they have learned enough, achieved enough, or figured it all out. But those who truly master themselves know that growth is eternal. There is always another level, always something more to discover, always a deeper understanding to reach. The mindset of lifelong learning, staying open to new knowledge. One of the most dangerous things you can do is assume that you know everything. The moment you believe you have all the answers is the moment you close yourself off from new possibilities. True masters never stop learning. They read, they question, they challenge their own beliefs. They seek wisdom from those who have walked different paths. They understand that knowledge is infinite, and the more you learn, the more you realize how little you actually know. Make a commitment to lifelong learning. Read books that expand your thinking. Listen to perspectives different from your own. Ask deeper questions. Seek mentors. Never settle for what you already know. There is always something more to learn. The art of constant reinvention, evolving with every season of life. You are not the same person you were 5 years ago, and 5 years from now, you should not be the same person you are today. Growth is about constant reinvention, shedding old versions of yourself, letting go of beliefs that no longer serve you, and embracing the next stage of your evolution. Think about the most successful and fulfilled people in history. They never stayed the same. They adapted. They evolved. They reinvented themselves over and over again. They allowed life to shape them, but they also took control of that transformation. Reinvention is not about abandoning who you are. It is about becoming more of who you are meant to be. It is about upgrading your skills, deepening your wisdom, refining your character, and stepping into new challenges that force you to grow. Ask yourself, what parts of me are no longer aligned with where I want to go? What habits, beliefs, or mindsets do I need to release? How can I step into a higher version of myself? The key to never-ending growth is to never become attached to an old version of yourself. Stay fluid, stay adaptable, stay open to change. Pushing beyond comfort, the key to limitless expansion. Most people stop growing because they become comfortable. They reach a certain level of success, a certain level of happiness, and they settle. But comfort is the enemy of greatness. If you are not pushing yourself, if you are not stepping into discomfort, if you are not stretching beyond your current limits, you are stagnating. Every breakthrough in your life will come from stepping into the unknown, taking on challenges that scare you, doing things that make you uncomfortable, expanding into areas where you feel like a beginner again. Never stop setting new goals. Never stop chasing the next level. Never stop striving to be better than you were yesterday. If you are too comfortable, you are not growing. Seeking wisdom beyond the self. Learning from the world around you. Growth is not just about learning from books or personal experience. It is about learning from everything. Nature teaches patience. Failure teaches resilience. Traveling teaches perspective. Relationships teach emotional intelligence. Hardships teach strength. Every moment, every experience, every interaction holds a lesson if you are paying attention. Become a student of life itself. Observe, reflect, absorb wisdom from unexpected places. Sometimes the greatest teachers are not books or mentors, but the quiet lessons hidden in everyday life. The humility of the masters, knowing that growth has no end. One of the most humbling realizations in life is that there is no final stage of mastery. The greatest minds, the philosophers, the innovators, the spiritual leaders, the high achievers, all share one thing in common. They never saw themselves as finished products. They never stopped learning, never stopped questioning, never stopped improving. This is the mindset that keeps you growing until your last breath. It is what keeps you hungry for wisdom, open to new experiences, and committed to becoming the best version of yourself, not just for today, but for a lifetime. The final truth: your evolution is in your hands. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. You can settle. You can stay where you are, comfortable but unchallenged, familiar but unfulfilled. Or you can embrace the path of eternal growth. You can commit to never-ending learning, to constant reinvention, to pushing past every limit that tries to hold you back. The path to a better you is not a one-time journey. It is a lifelong pursuit. And the only person who decides how far you go is you. Becoming a better you is not a destination. It is a way of life. Every chapter in this journey has been designed to push you beyond your limits, to challenge your thinking, to awaken your true potential, and to remind you that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. You have learned how to reset your mind, transform your emotions, upgrade your body, develop unshakable discipline, awaken your soul, and discover your true purpose. You now understand that success is not about luck. It is about mastering yourself, taking full control of your life, and constantly evolving. But here's the truth: the journey is never over. Growth is infinite. Mastery is endless. There will always be another level, another lesson, another challenge that forces you to evolve. And that is the beauty of life. The moment you stop growing is the moment you stop living. So now, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you take action and step into the person you are meant to be? Or will you stay where you are, waiting for the right time that never comes? The time to transform your life is not someday. The time is now. Upgrade your mind, strengthen your body, master your emotions, live with purpose, own your power, keep evolving, keep expanding, keep becoming. The best version of you is not a goal, it is a lifelong commitment, and the journey begins today.